Welcome to a brand new podcast. And this is the Oracle 19. And my name is Greatness. Again, for all your business inquiries, if you want to put your business on this platform, you can email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. You'll find information. Someone definitely will get back to you. So that's evolutionoflondon@gmail.com if you want to put your business on this platform or your brand, logo or etc. So email us at evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. And also, same email if you want to make a offering, a donation, free will offering to this platform. Help us keep building. evolutionoflondon@gmail.com. You can shop online to our baby shopping mall, which is www.evolutionoflondon.com. There you'll find men, women, kids clothing, cologne, perfume, house products, etc. So that's www.evolutionoflondon.com. And also check us out at evolutionoflondon.org. There you'll find custom clothing, accessories, digital products for business as well as personal use. We have a lot of ebooks that we put online as well, so definitely check that out and purchase your ebooks so for business and personal use. We have different links to other affiliates. www.linktree.com/evolutionoflondon. So definitely support that. Linktree, linktree.com/evolutionoflondon. And we do have a Patreon channel that we have videos that's not posted on YouTube. So that's www.patreon.com/evolutionoflondon. You'll find videos there, digital artwork, and consulting services as well. So check it out. It is a subscription, a monthly subscription, which is definitely affordable. So definitely subscribe to our Patreon channel. We also on Rumble. Rumble.com, and you go and type in the Oracle 19. You'll find shows that's on there as well. Rumble, RUMBLE.com. And you go in the search bar and type in the Oracle 19. So again, you'll find different shows there as well. Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years. If you want to book a consultation, email him at willies99@gmail.com. That's Willies, WILLYZ, fitness99@gmail.com. And he was explaining to email, if you can email him there, or healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. And support his merchandise. This www. Again, support his merchandise. www.wjaaccessories.org. Again, that's www.wjaaccessories.org. There I need you to check it out and support his brand. You'll find custom clothing. Accessories, digital products for business as well as personal use. So again, www.wjaaccessories.org. Music. Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. You have a whole wide range of different beats. So you definitely support Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. And once you click on his page, you will see other social media sites. So support, like, subscribe, and share to Cheap Limousine channel. And continue to train on YouTube, Greatness 19 channel. That's our educational channel. 480 videos and counting. Rolling along. Approaching 500 videos. So support Greatness 19 channel. Like, subscribe, and keep sharing. And pass it worldwide. Because we just need awareness, growth. We have a lot of different videos and shows that open up your third eye. So make sure you still subscribe to the Greatness 19 channel on YouTube. We definitely have a lot of videos and shows that definitely you will like. And also check out Mr. Evolution of London. That's our health and wellness channel. We have different topics on health and wellness. So I need y'all guys to subscribe to Mr. Evolution of London, our health and wellness channel. Support and shop at www.royalty9international.com. That's the company make homemade luxury candles. Homemade candles, 12 ounces, jars, 100% soy wax. So definitely you will like it, you will love it. From scented to unscented candles. Now the scented candles, frankincense, myrrh, sandalwood, jasmine, peppermint, vanilla, rose, just to name a few. And you can email them at royalty9international.com to place an order, or you can place an order online, www.royalty9international.com. And that social media is TikTok and Instagram, Royalty9 International. Fin City Fish and Chips, located at 711 Richmond Street. Again, that's downtown London, Ontario. Telephone number is 519-672-9950. And the email is fincitylondon@gmail.com. And you can check out their website, www.fincityfishandchips.ca, for their hours of operation. So that's www.fincityfishandchips.ca. Again, I always say I love the fish and chips. And I know they have other meals too. The Caesar salad, I like that too. But I have a strong fixation. I'm a creature of habit. And once I'm focused on something, I'm really focused on something. But they got many other different meals. But I love the fish and chips. And again, the fish and chips restaurant. But definitely go and check it out. Support Fin City Fish and Chips. Again, you can't go wrong. Simon's Prime Hamburger. They got 2 locations. 691 Richmond Street, Unit 1. And again, that's downtown London, Ontario. Hours of operation, Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Fridays, 11 a.m. to 2:30 a.m. Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 2:30 a.m. And finally, Sundays, 12 noon to 8 p.m. They deliver, and also fish and chips deliver too. Everybody nowadays deliver, for the most part. They utilize Skip, DoorDash, Uber Eats, so that's a little tidbit for you. But continue on Simon's Prime Hamburger, you can check out their website, www.simonburger.ca, hours of operation, or you can place an order. It's 100% real cheese, 100% fresh beef, 100% fresh cut fries. I personally like the chili burgers. Again, that's my go-to. But they got all different types of burgers, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, chicken burgers. I mean, there's a whole wide range of chicken burgers, poutines, and then poutines with beef and poutine with chili. I mean, it's crazy. So definitely check that out. That's their first location. They have it at the second location as well. But that's, again, 91 Richmond Street, Unit 1. Their second location is 3580 Tecumseh Road East, Tecumseh, and that's Windsor, Ontario. Telephone number 519-915-1397. Hours of operation is Monday to Saturday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Sundays, that's 12 noon to 8 p.m. And you could dine there, so you can sit down and eat at their Windsor location. So definitely check that out as well. Simon's Prime Hamburger, Puntaneri. Now, the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We're on iHeartRadio. We're on Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon Music, just to name a few. And also was Anchor.fm, but now is taken over by Spotify for podcasters. So we all over. You can even find us on YouTube. So we all over. The Oracle 19 is growing worldwide. Yes, worldwide. So anything I haven't mentioned will be on the Oracle 19 podcast description box, or the Greatness 19 channel. It's the Evolution of London. Those two is on YouTube, so information will be in the description box of those platforms. Also, rumble.com, that's the Oracle 19 on that platform. And finally, www.theoracle19radio.com. So you can find us on all different types of major platforms. All right, well, now we got the business aspect out the way. Like I always do, I give my perspective of things, of life. Not all the time people's going to like it, love it. I just give my personal opinion and perspective. And today we're going to talk about being mentally, let me rephrase that. Old men being weak-minded. Let's go. Old men being weak-minded. And I'm write that down because this is on the fly, so let me write that down. Because again, topics sometimes, I just think about it, right on the fly. So, old weak men. I would change it up. Old weak men, or weak-minded men. Weak-minded men. Old weak-minded men. Or something like that. Being an old weak-minded man. I don't know. I sometimes I get a brain lapse. I say, old weak-minded man. Old weak-minded man. But yes, you get the point. Being weak-minded as an old man. And sometimes, and a lot of times, I have a problem with a lot of old men out here in these streets being weak-minded. And I can see why a lot of younger people do not respect old men or older men, because they do act very sissified, weak-minded. And how can you expect men, older men, for a woman to respect you, and the younger generation in general to respect you? Especially when you start getting an age, I would say at least 40 and older. Because when you're 40, you basically, even within the scriptures, you consider an elder. But in life, actually, when you start reaching 40 as a man, you considered, middle age. And a lot of you older men are very weak-minded. You still have a mentality of a 20-year-old. You still thinking you can run around and be that 20-year-old. You need to sit down. You need to sit down and sit in a position as a elder. There's certain things as an older man you cannot do or should not do. Number one, dressing like you're a teenager. Now, there's nothing wrong with dressing youthful. Nothing wrong with that, style, being within fashion. There's nothing wrong with that. But some of you older men go overboard. You want to run around here looking like or acting like you 20. No, old man. You 40. You 45. 50. 55. No, 60. It is time. It's over. Play your position. It has to be growth. We have to show better examples to the generation after us. You can't be rolling around here wearing Sesame Street shirts and ultra tight jeans. I know some of you older men, that's your style, you like that, or blah, blah, blah. But know your position. Know your position. Or you will get embarrassed. Society will embarrass you. We had our fun. You're supposed to have, if you're 40 plus, you had your time. Old man. And there's nothing wrong with settling, playing your position. You can't be out here, talking about I'm gonna bust my guns, on people and acting like you some type of cowboy. Old man, sit down. Now, there's nothing wrong not taking nonsense from people. I'm not telling you to back down by no stretch of imagination. You're a warrior to the day you die. But play your position as an elder. You had your time. It's time for the young lions to roam. But you still could be effective within life. Old man. You can still be effective. You still can be productive among society. You still can contribute within society. But play your position. You can't be just going to clubs and roaming around with the 18-year-old crowd. You look silly. You become disgraceful. You looked upon as that old man in the corner with a bunch of 18-year-olds. That's not your position. Dress like an adult, not a kid. Because you ain't no kid anymore. You're old. Capital O. Old man. No matter how youthful you look, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's about taking care of yourself. No doubt. You take care of yourself. But know your position. Old man. It's necessary. This is why a lot of young men don't respect a lot of older men. Why? Because they're acting weak-minded, getting all emotional, crying throughout social media, crying among society. And you 40? No, 50? What? You crazy. You pathetic. You disgraceful. This is why respect. You're not respected among your woman because you don't know how to carry yourself. You carry yourself like a kid, old man, acting weak-minded. You can't even give solid advice to the youth. You can't even give solid advice to your woman, old man. Your woman is leading you, old man. You 40. You 50. Some of you men are 60 and being led by your woman, old man. How can you be an example, old man, to your woman? How pooey. That's what your woman think of you. Because you don't even have respect for yourself. You can't even make decisions. You're not even proactive. You're not contributing anything to society, old man. You're not even being a good example, old man. Now, I know we have made a lot of mistakes, us elders. But you have to correct the wrongs because we are imperfect, perfect beings. So start straightening out your life, old man. You're never too old to straighten out your life, old man. This is just what it is. This is why, one of many reasons why your own don't even respect you. You don't respect yourself. You don't show you don't have any value. And that's a big problem. How can anyone look at you for leadership and you don't even know how to lead your own self? You still thinking like a 20-year-old. Leaning on women. And you're 40, 50, 60. You pathetic. You're a degenerate. And it's time to straighten out your life. Do you really want to die just being that way? Don't you want to make yourself a better you before you meet your maker? So what are you going to do, old man? What moves you going to make now to be a productive being? Because time is running out. You're in the second half of your life. You're not a fresh teenager no more. You're old. You're done. So what you going to do from this point forward? Now. I mean right now. What are you going to do right now to better yourself? Because again, you already wasted 20 years, 25 years, some of you 40 years. So the time is now. The time is yesterday, actually. What are you going to do to rebuild yourself while you have a few more years on this planet Earth? What moves are you going to make right now to get your life together? No, don't pay attention to anyone else. Look at you. What you going to do, old man? How are you going to make amends within the people of your circumference? What moves you trying to make? And you're not doing it to impress nobody. Do it for your own soul. I would say that to even the young people out here, same principle, but this is not about them. I would say that about women, but this topic is not about women. Because I have talked about, ladies, you might not think I'm fair and balanced. You might think I'm all the time talking about men or women. It just seems that way. But actually, no. Men is the leaders, so you have to act like it, perform like it. And I have topics on talking about there's a difference with men and males. Listen to that show. And I have a talk about old men being simps. Listen to that show as well. I'm very balanced. It don't maybe seem that way, but I am. But I'm not here to try to impress you. This is just the top of my dome right now as I'm talking about old men. Next episode will be something totally different, because that's how I am. Very random. But you old men, you need to get it together ASAP. ASAP. You have no time to BS right now because you're old. And a lot of you men, older men, are very weak-minded. And unfortunately, a lot of you older men have to just die out. And hopefully, a new usher of older men will understand and be better men. But a lot of you older men just have to die out because there's no saving you. And this is for the women and younger people to see. Sometimes you just got to push these older men aside and just take it as a lesson that you won't be that older person when you reach that point, because there's no saving them. They done. Stuck in their ways, and they're going to crash and burn. So it doesn't make sense right now to focus on those type of men. They're going to be what they be. But it's a critical time now, because this is one reason why the next generation of men have to learn things on their own, because they're not really taught real game of life, how to be men. Because I watch your social media and I see how these men, these younger men is acting, because they got a lot of times they got to learn it on the fly. They got to learn it on their own, how to be a man. And the reason why they catering to women so much, unnecessarily at times, is because there's no real men or older men that can guide them. And that's for a variety of different reasons. But as a older man of a warrior spirit, we have gone through things in life and seen certain things. I call it casualties of war. You know, family, friends, and foe have not messed with us because as warriors, we had to stand to the test of time and endure being real men out here. And society can't handle that. And even your loved ones cannot handle that. So they leave you alone. And it's okay. But then you have a large segment of weaker men, weaker older men, that destroys the ecosystem of life. And what do I mean by that? Now, this will be triggering, but I'll have to say this. Tricking. And I heard this old saying, if tricking, you could trick if you got it. These older men be spending monies, G's, meaning thousands of dollars, on females that is a bunch of daywalkers, harlots, and females that don't deserve that energy. Now, I know that's a big controversy. I know millionaires do it, the word is tricking. It's just spending all different types of money, flying females all over the planet Earth. But my question is, what example is that setting for the younger generation? Now, there's different levels to, you spending and stuff like that, and your reasoning and stuff. So you can paint a pretty picture and then I have to fall back on it. But I give you one example, which you find. Many men just say, a female that you don't know, okay, and you flying her from the East Coast to West Coast, and number one, when she arrives, you spending more money on her for her just to enjoy her time in that city, being around you. And number two, a lot of you don't even be able to have any, it's no intimacy. You just flying her out just for her to be what we call eye candy. And the ones you flying out, it's not even eye candy. They artificial built. And what I mean by that, I'm being very cynical and giving you the clean version. I mean, fake breastises, fake buttocks, long eyelashes, heavy-duty makeup, fake hair, everything about them, nails. So you just getting a mannequin. You don't even know the real them. When you take all of that off, they just average. And you spent thousands of dollars to fly them from East Coast to West Coast just to be in your presence, no relationship, and you got a mannequin. Is that a good investment? You tell me. I wait. Think about it. That's just example one. I could go into other details. Is that a good investment? And a lot of older men is doing this, being weak-minded, in my personal opinion, getting nothing out of it. You're wasting time on top of that. If you flying someone out, I'm not wasting my time. It's going to go down. And you're going to know it's going to go down. And if you can't accept that, you ain't going to be around me. Point blank, period. Step number one. And I'm not out here to force any female to do anything they don't want to do. You don't want to do it? Cool. You stay where you at. Because I'm not on that level to force any female to do nothing. Just get that straight, because I want people to come and say, you force, and then they will affiliate that with grape with the capital G, and you know what I mean by the word grape. And I don't want none of that drama. So I'm not in the business of force any female against her own will. Let's get that straight. Right, point blank and center. But I mean, for you older men, wasting. To me, that's silly. And off of that example, and especially when you're an older man. I don't know. That's just my thinking, because I feel just my gift of gab that I was blessed with from my daddy, I can get what I'm looking for. I don't know. I just, maybe I'm delusional, but it worked. It always worked for me leading up to now. So, and when it stopped working, that means the show is over. That's how I look at it. Nothing lasts forever, right? So when you don't get that play from a female for free, per se, I put my hands up, quote unquote, then it should tell you the show is over. It's time for you to sit down. That's when you know you old and nobody wants you no more. And hopefully by that time, you have somebody around you. And if you don't, well then, oh well, you just have a memory. But you old men is messing up the ecosystem of life, overspending, going to the strip club and thousands of dollars you wasting, throwing the dollars out there, just throwing it up in the air, And what are you getting out of it? Now, you're going to easily tell me, well, I got the money, I could do whatever I want. Yes, you can. You can do whatever you want because you got it. I just look at it as silly. Me personally. I look at it as not a good investment. Just throwing it, just wasting, not getting nothing out of it. You got to think of yourself like a corporation, especially you older men. Look, do the corporations just go and waste money? If they invest in something, they're getting a return, some form of fashion. Whether they hire you, they know you might not work there for long, but they cover for you within giving you, offering insurance and paying you for 2 weeks of free training, paying you for 2 weeks of training. They know you might leave after training, but it's an investment because they expect a return. And you older men and younger men know by this example, but especially you older men, you got to start looking for, it got to be a return. Especially now, because you old. What you doing wasting money and stuff and tricking and stuff like that? And you could take that same money and pay your light bill. Or heck, if you throwing money like that and you got it like that, would you help out your community? You gonna say, well, I'm helping out the community at the club, I'm giving it to these bum females that don't even appreciate you and look at you like an old trick. Number one, you ugly, you're out of shape, so there's no appeal to you. So you definitely look like a trick to them. And as they shall, I would take your money as well if I was in their shoe. You think I'm just handing it to you? You throwing thousands of dollars to me? You don't think I'm going to pocket it? Come on, that's not realistic. You got to do better. Set some standards to yourself where people will want you for you. See, nothing is impossible. Everything is possible. That's how I look at it in terms of life. Nothing is impossible. Everything is possible. It all deals with your mindset, how you condition yourself. There's beautiful women on this planet Earth that would want older men, that likes older men legitimately. But I mean, you just can't be a jerk about things. There's always possibilities, always. But you have to set examples and not waste your time. And too many of you older men is still wasting your time at 40, at 50. You're still being weak-minded at 40, at 50, at 60. Still, you haven't changed 20, 30, 40 years ago. 40, 30 years later, I should say, you're still the same. Weak-minded old men. That's who you are. And this is why you're not respected. And many of you old men need to just die out. It's ridiculous. Shape your mind. Everything for you have to be now. Or yesterday, actually. It can't even be, I do it in the future. Because the future is not long for you. Your future is limited. Everything for you, older men, have to be now. Since yesterday. You got to get things cracking immediately. With the way you think. The way you carry yourself. How you handle in business. Immediately. There's no more time to waste. Because you don't have a lot of time to waste. Stop thinking you're a thug out here and you're going to be thugging it out and you're going to, you out here still a killer in the streets. That's back in 90s, back in the 80s. You 40, 50 years old now. Grow up. I'm the soul toucher, so it might be touching you, but I'm not directly talking about you. I'm just going with the flow right now, freestyling. That's me. So that is something your mindset have to change right now. Because remember, you got young lions out here that is killers too. So you have to change your mindset. Be more grounded. Start being more of a teacher. And I'm not saying you're running around here. Every stranger you see, you start talking about preaching and teaching to them. No, because the young community, a lot of them don't like all of that. It's a different mindset. You running around here talking about you're going to be some teacher. You just rushing a younger person and just want to spit things. They're not trying to hear all of that. Let it flow naturally. If they're around you, if they open up to what you got to say, then give them some good game. If not, then leave it alone. And I know that's hard because as an older person, you have a lot to say because your experiences. But you just have to let things flow like water. Try anyway. I know that's hard. I can relate. But you older men You stop being weak. Be more productive. Get your life in order. Immediately. Get your mind right. Immediately. Start acting age appropriate. Now. Stop acting like a little baby. You're not. That's obvious. You've been out of Pampers 40 years ago. Maybe you will revert back in another 10 years, you'll go back to the Pampers station. But right now, you're out of Pampers right now until maybe 10 years later, then you'll be back on the Pampers. But right now, be productive. So the younger people in your circumference could see you doing the right thing. You trying. You contribute. You want to contribute, not for yourself really. By you being a better person, you are contributing in a positive way towards society. You're making the ecosystem of the human race a lot better by changing your mindset. Being able to be a better citizen out here, older men. It's necessary. It's mandatory. Because this is what the younger people need to see. Especially you old black men. Definitely you need to be a better example for the youth. I know you already screwed up. We've been through the sands of life and already screwed up in life, dealing with different situations, different women, children, products of that, and so forth, so on. Some of you have been locked up and, uneducated, blah, blah, blah. Been through the sands of life, okay? But you could correct the wrongs now. All of the men of all different races can correct the wrongs of now. It's never too late. But the problem is, are you proactive? Or are you just lazy? Start socializing with older men. Some of you older men need to be coached up. So you need to surround yourself with other older men that have their minds right, have their finances right, have their situation right, so that energy can rub off on you. All of us trying to improve. I'm always trying to improve to be a better me. And you should too. I'm no different from you. I've been through the sands of life already. I mean, I've done a lot of degenerate things, which I talk about time after time after time. I know I'm not perfect, but I'm trying to strive to do better. Mentally, physically, socially, economically. So when I better myself, I'm able to improve the ecosystem of life. So that's what you older men need to do. Stop with the foolishness. You know you shouldn't be doing it. You know you need to get yourself right. Do it. And the time is now. The time is yesterday, actually. So what are you going to do? That's my question. Are you going to be that older man that just sit and continue doing stupid things? Or are you going to better yourself before you pass on to the pearly gates and see the upper room of God? Thank you for listening.